Hey everybody, it's the girl Delilah Fitness. What's up? So today I'm doing a little something new. As you guys are coming in the room, I'm gonna share this. I started this story off earlier today. I don't know if anybody's following me, but you guys get the replay. You'll get the replay. So I have my Nama juicer. I just finished making watermelon, but I want to get to the topic of what I'm talking about. I wanted to share not giving up, the power of perseverance. So let's get in the room. All right, let's get in the room. As you guys come in the room, put your age and location. Now, a lot of you guys know, let me introduce myself. I'm Delilah Fitness. I am a fitness trainer, certified cancer exercise specialist. I'm a certified fitness nutrition specialist. I have been in the field of wellness for over 30 years, fitness for over 30 years. And I want to do something different. I don't want to juice recipes. I love juice recipes. I'm not going to do a juice recipe today. Like I said, I just had watermelon today. I find in the industry that I'm in for over 30 years of wellness, fitness, mindfulness, is that a lot of you guys have so many juice recipes. You have so many recipes. You know everything. But what separates all of this is the human experience. Um, you could eat raw food. You could be vegetarian, you could be doing all of the right stuff and still have emotional, as far as dealing with one's emotions. That has never been dealt with. A lot of people walk around with trauma. Today, I'm going to share with you a story. As a trainer, I'm going to share some of my stories as a trainer. 30 years of being in the industry, of dealing with people and their emotions. So today, the topic is perseverance, not giving up. Staying the course, staying the course. Now, the reason why I'm having this topic is so important as a trainer, it's the common denominator as far as a lot of you guys get discouraged. You throw in the towel, you give up, and you come back to this place that you say you're never going to go back to. A lot of you guys have done many diets. You've been raw, you've been paleo, you've been sugar, this, eating, cut out sugar. Yeah, a lot of you guys, how many diets and how many lifestyles have you been through in this lifetime? And you've been just, you did everything and nothing worked. Nothing worked. You're back to stage one all over again. You're frustrated. You're disappointed with yourself. And you're kind of your own worst enemy, a lot of you guys. And I'm raw. I'm raw. And there is, and no matter how healthy you are, and no matter how raw you are, the common denominator, no separation in the cup, what one consumes, is one's emotions. As far as eating, we eat our emotions. Food make us feel good, and food can make us feel crappy. So I am going to share my story about Liz. Now I met Liz in 1995. I was a trainer at New York Sports Club on the lower west side in Sheridan Square. Sheridan Square. Uh, she was in her 40s. I was in my mid 20s at this point. She was in her 40s, and she was looking for a trainer. She was over 300 pounds. She was overweight. She was a well-known therapist, so she actually was assisting people with their state of mind, but her mental state was questionable. Also, it manifested in her consumption of her eating, her emotions. Now, with that being said, she having these degrees, all of these degrees, helping other people, and I find that to be a common denominator with people who have these so-called degrees, especially doctors that are overweight, telling people how to be healthy, and they're not healthy. Hypocrisy. We live in a world of hypocrisy where people do as I say and not as I do. Excuse me. So today I'm going to tell the raw vegan truth, and we're going to examine and peel the layers off of deception. All right? We're going to be a detective. We're going to do the raw vegan thing, but we're going to do the raw vegan thing of thought. Food for your thoughts. So Liz wasn't married, as I told you, no kids. Seven figures. She didn't have an issue with money. She came from England. She was born in England. I'm growing up in the hood. Now, I'm in the hood. I'm a black woman from the hood. One of the things about being a trainer is being exposed to different people of different lifestyles. I grew up on welfare. Liz grew up having it. She had a silver spoon in her mouth, platinum, to be honest with you. She came from money. So this is two worlds colliding. And to this day, we're still the best of friends. You see what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with economics. One could be rich, one could be poor, and depression affects everybody. So she was disappointed in herself because she had higher expectations, but due to emotional trauma, she was eating her emotions. She was overweight, so she came to me for help. Yep. So as we got to know each other, peeling off the layers, and for me as a trainer, it's very important that I hear people's story. Yeah, because food is emotional. It's emotional. People eat based on their emotions. A lot of time, food is cultural. As you see, Christmas time, everybody's gonna go. Holidays are coming up soon. In the next couple of months, Thanksgiving, people eat. They sit at the table. They just eat. And at Christmas, people just sit at a table and they just eat. And even as children, we reward people with food. So food is like positive. It's like we're addicted to food. Also, sugar, fat, and salt. So we're addicted to certain stimulants that is highly addictive. Whether you're raw, whether you're vegan, whether you're a meat eater, pescatarian, we are all, and we all have addictions. We all have addictions. So as I'm working with Liz, I'm starting to see cracks in the wall. I'm starting to see, and I guess for me, being a black woman and growing up on welfare and looking at Liz, I got to tell you, when I was growing up and watching TV, because I didn't grow up around a lot of white folks, you know what I mean? Being on welfare, we lived in the hood, so we had the Hispanics and we had blacks, not too many, if that. So for me to be working in an environment with these people who are the have was huge. So I got to realize in the years of working with them or working with people I didn't grow up with, there's no difference. There's no difference. I think people who have money can hide more. People who are poor are, it's like, for example, being crazy and eccentric. Poor people are crazy and rich people are eccentric. It's just different labels, same crap. So as I'm working with Liz, she's not the only one that's grew up, and I CEOs of companies, these white Caucasian white men. So I started to see people as individuals, not from what I learned on TV. So it was a learning experience for me too, getting to know the human experience and knowing that there is no distinction. Humans are humans, and everybody has pain. It's interesting. So as I'm working with Mary, I'm teaching her. At that point, I wasn't vegan. Let's put it that way. I was eating the standard American diet. I was eating the 6 meals a day. I was bodybuilder, so I wanted to be a bodybuilder. So I was all about being a bodybuilder. I wanted to build more muscle, more mass. I was definitely protein. I was taking the creatine. I was taking the vitamins. I was taking it all. I was taking it all. Everything except for steroids. I wasn't taking steroids. I was invited to take steroids, but I didn't. I didn't. I'm so glad that I didn't, because the people that I know that did take steroids right now, they're all jacked up. I didn't take it. So as far as working with Liz, now I got invited to amazing yacht parties. So, I'm coming from the hood. I never really was on a yacht. So Mary, and also me being a trainer, put me in a certain status with people because Liz looked up to me very highly. So I'm going on yacht parties. I'm watching Liz's house in the suburbs. I'm at the Hamptons. I'm in the Hamptons, baby. I'm in the Hamptons. Got the keys to the house, got the keys to the car. She trusted me. Great relationship. No, we wasn't sleeping together. She just trusted. And a lot of my clients do that. A lot of my clients, and by the grace of being a trainer, I've gotten Apple computers from clients for the holidays, envelopes full of money. So being a trainer is a blessing. It has exposed me to a certain lifestyle I wasn't privy to as a child. So I got to see the have. and I got to explore and the options of what it is. So I moved in that world. I even trained actors and actresses, athletes. So I was in there. I got my foot in there. And still I am. I'm still connected to certain clients that I train online. So I was blessed to have a portal to see how the have live. And I got to tell you, um, it's a beautiful thing, but there's also setbacks. That's why I'm so glad that I was able to step into that world and see that it's not all it is chalked up to be. That's why I'm always telling you guys, money is not everything, because I've I've been exposed and I've seen things and I've worked with people who have it, and they suffer just like everybody else do. So when you think you see this person on TV with a lot of money, they got stuff going on. So stop putting people on a pedestal because they're a celebrity or got money, because it's a lot going on. So back to Liz. So Liz, at this point in a year we've been working together, she checked her diet. I got her on the protein, yeah, meat. Got it set up. She lost, like I said, she within the 3 years she lost 50 pounds. But like I said, she was discouraged because she was seeing other women in the gym that started the same time she did, and another woman lost 70 pounds. So she started beating up on herself. She became discouraged. And she started comparing herself with other people. And I told her, I said, hey, Liz, you got to trust the process. You're eating right. You got your meals. You got your steaming. She was took the skin off the chicken. And you know how we did it. We were steaming and baking. She wasn't frying. She had her cup of carbs, complex carbohydrates. She had her vegetables, which was steamed like hell, because back then it was steamed broccoli, baked potatoes. That's just the way it was. I'm talking about in 1995. So Liz started showing up within it after the third year. Liz started showing up late for her sessions, and she stopped showing up altogether. She bought a 20 pack, stopped showing up. I didn't hear from her, didn't see her. Come to find out, haven't seen her in 6 months. Come to find out, call her, she went ghost. Come to find out, she had gotten a tummy tuck and liposuction. Ah, now I gotta tell you, as a trainer, that was my nightmare. That she actually lost the 50 pounds, but due to competing with other people and being discouraged, she no longer believed in the process. She wanted to do this herself, so she went under the knife, and and to be honest with you, it wasn't successful. She had internal bleeding, and also, and when I say that, she went back to eating what she was eating, eating her emotions. And she put on the weight, the liposuction, they took it off. But the thing about her is that due to her old pattern, she went back to her old way of eating. And due to not being disciplined, her stomach, when they shortened, they did the surgery on her stomach, she actually, eating so much, she had an issue where the staples burst. So internal rupture, bleeding. So she had to go back to surgery. And to make a long story short, she had to heal within a year, and then she came back to me and wanted to work with me again. I had to really think about it, working with her, because it wasn't so much the surgery, but it's the trust factor, and her not believing in the process because she had lost the 50 pounds. All she had to do is stay on the process, stay on this on the journey. She would have lost that weight, but she saw everybody else. And this is what happens with people who get discouraged. A lot of times, in my experience of working with people, people set goals in this people are in momentary enthusiasm. People in the it's not so much about the weight, it's about the emotional drive. A lot of times you guys will come to someone like me and you'll say, hey, Delilah, I want to lose 50 pounds. I got to go to a wedding, or, oh, it's New Year's resolution. I want to lose weight. But it's not about the weight. It's a lifestyle. It's a process. There's certain stages to this. There's steps to this, to this game. And to come and someone, even people who do raw, I got to tell you, I do the 30-day raw vegan challenge. And I can't tell you guys how many times people will lose the weight. Their cholesterol will go down. Their doctor will reduce their medication if they have insulin, And a lot of times people will do it and go back to the same stuff that was making them sick. They'll go right back to it. And they'll come back next year and do the same thing. It's like a roller coaster ride. So, what I have discovered on this journey dealing with the human spirit is that a lot of times people are not present. A lot of times people are eating their emotions. Also, the company that you keep, the people that you're around, can really have a high influence on your decision making. You could want change, but if you're around people who you that's not interested in what you're interested in, and you engage in them, a lot of you guys are not strong enough to go back and deal with that. Because bottom line is that it's like going to the barbershop and getting a haircut. You're not ready to go back. You just barely made it out yourself. So whether you're raw, whether you're Presbyterian, whether you're this, that, and the other, a lot of times things fail because you failed. And that's the truth. A lot of people say they want this, they want that, they want to transition raw, they want to do this. And from my experience of dealing with people, a lot of people say a lot of things, but their words and their behavior don't it's not it don't add up. So for me, dealing with Liz, did I take her back? Yes, I did. I did because I felt as somebody who have compassion, I did. And the second time around was better. She went through that to get to this point. After working with me another 4 years together, we worked together. She lost the weight healthy. Her after the surgery, she no longer talked about the surgery. She actually went vegetarian, which was great. She started to change her consumption. She was exercising, and the most important thing is she's changed her relationship with food, and she changed her relationship with how she perceives herself. And she had to deal with a lot of trauma from her childhood. And I got to tell you, you guys put these people on a pedestal, they're therapists, and they're seeing a therapist. People are flawed. People are flawed. And I think for her, the stress of being a therapist and being overweight and also having her own issues, it's like almost it's like imposter syndrome. She had a secret, and until she dealt with that, she wasn't capable of carrying other people. And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people, and I'll even tell you, there's people who will do raw for 30 days, right? I love my rabbits. And all of a sudden now they're helping other people. They open and they're doing their own. And this is what happens when you don't follow the process and you think, so we have these people, and it misleads people. It misleads people because a lot of times when you're dealing with people, I know for myself, it's not so much just the food, it's their mindset. A lot of people have emotional baggage. They're eating their emotions. So a lot of you guys are running around here consuming food, and you know that the food is either giving you life or it's taking life out of you. And a lot of you guys are educated PhDs and have doctrines, and you're still having issues with your health. Now, you can know the path and walk it, and you could know it and not. You know what I mean? Knowing is not the end all, the be all. It's actions. Putting your word in actions, living that life instead of telling people. And I gotta say, I personally don't have respect for people like this that run around here giving people advice, and they're not practicing what they preach, and then they mislead people, and then you guys meet people like me and you become so jaded. Oh, well, I met somebody else and this is what happened to me. That's because you didn't vet them. And one thing about Liz and my client Liz, why I took her back is because I had compassion for her. I worked with her for 3 years. She had the capacity to lose the 50 pounds, but the ego is a mess. Her ego, because she compared herself to someone else, she started to feel a sense of she wasn't reaching her goal. She, based on comparing herself to other people, she went into a state of depression. She wanted now. I want it right now. But it didn't take her a day to gain over 300 pounds. It's a process. And what happens with a lot of people on this journey, whether you're black, white, gay, straight, transvestite, bisexual, Asian, I don't care what your race is, I don't care what your language is, I don't care what your religion is. A lot of people, why they fail is because they don't trust the process. They don't trust it. People want instant gratification. We live in a world where I want it right now. If it's not happening right now, forget it. I want it in a month. It didn't take you a month to get like that. It may take you a lifetime. It may take you half your life to get to where, because I'm 50 years old. I was 50 when I started a lot of transformation. It's going to take me another 50 years to get it right. I'm still a work in progress. I'm still taking steps towards evolution. I'm still a work in progress. My body is still healing. I've been on this journey for 12 years. I've been raw. And to have the audacity to think that after 50 something years, I was toiling, I was eating processed food, and I was doing this, that it's going to take a year for me to get well. No, it's not. It's going to take me more, probably half my life, more than half my life. And also, that's one of the reasons why I never had children. Coming from trauma, and for some people to have children, and a lot of people shouldn't have children. They're not mentally stable enough to bring a life into this world. A lot of us need help. A lot of us, we're not ready. And I'm going to tell you this: a lot of times in life, my niece, at one point, she could drive my car right now, so I'll give my niece the car. But if I would have given her the keys to my car when she was 5 years old, she's not ready. And that's what it is. And a lot of us get offended when someone says that you're not ready. You want it right now because you did it for 2, 3 years. You feel that you're ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. You can't handle it. And that goes for me, humility. So for me, being on this journey raw for over, 10 years and being celibate for 10 years, and a lot of you guys that are just starting this journey, you give up too soon. As soon as you're at a party with a friend, or, you're here and somebody gives you, hey, your mother, and it's sometimes people, oh, it's my mother's Thanksgiving's coming up. I said I was going to change and I was going to take care of myself, but my mother's lasagna. Gotta eat my mother's lasagna. So you break. You break. Instead of being polite and say, hey, mom, thanks, I need your support on this journey. A lot of you guys keep coming back here again and again and again and again, and have the audacity to think that, you have arrived and you're about to help other people. You can't even help yourself. So the point that I'm making is, stay the course. Don't give up. There's going to be bumps on the road. There's going to be things going on. If you just stay the course, it's a lifetime course. It's not a 6 month, it's not a year, it's a lifetime. The stuff that you did, you're still healing. There's still stuff in you from years ago. And to have the audacity to think, oh, well, you're working on it. Stay the course. Stay the course. Stay there. And sometimes you have to let people go. When I stopped drinking and I stopped doing a lot of things, clubbing, and stopped hanging out in the streets, people cut me off. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me, that people cut me off. So with Liz had to realize that if you are changing, you have to let go of old stories, and you have to let go of old people in your life that's holding you back from growth. And it's a mindset. So you could be raw, you could be vegetarian, you could be whatever. The point that I'm making is, stay the path. Stay the path. And it will evolve. But when you're ready, the teacher will show up. But to get upset and say, oh, well, I'm going to give it time, 2 years, I have, I've arrived, I'm ready to change it. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. Work on you. You're not ready. A lot of you guys come here, oh, I want to be raw, I want to change my lifestyle. Oh, and you're sick as a dog. Your cholesterol is high. Every now and then you'll do a weekend cleanse. You'll do a 3-day fast, and you think you did something big, but then you'll go back to the food that you was detoxing from, and you'll regurgitate the vomit, slurp up the vomit back up. You'll pick up where you left off. And you're wasting time, and you're playing games with your life. And the bottom line is that you're responsible for your own health. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody. You're in a world of hard knocks. Nobody owes you nothing. And if you don't take care of your health, oh well, we'll move on to the next person. That's life. So, to thyself be true. If you say you want to go to path, do the work, eat the food, hang around people of like minds, and really trust the process. Whether you're gay, straight, black, white, transvestite, Asian, nobody's exempt from life. Whether you have poor, whether you're rich, nobody cares about your money. The universe doesn't care about your money. Nobody cares. It's all about the work. Put the work in. Do the work and stay. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not easy. But if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So Liz made a mistake because, and she did, I'm going to say, she went and compared herself to other people. And that's what a lot of people do. Oh, well, she looks good and she's been doing it and I've been doing it longer than her. And that's not fair. Life's not fair. Life is not fair. It's not. And I don't know who, I don't know who told you it was. Who told you that it was? That who told you that it was fair? Life is life. Life is what you make it. That's true. Victim mentality. Oh, I'm going to go raw. I'm going to go vegetarian. And then you end up going back. I can't tell you how many times people have came through and I've spoken to people and I've met with people one on one and the bottom line is that I'll meet with somebody one on one and they'll say, "Oh, I really want to change. I really want to change." And then I don't hear from them and they put on 20 more pounds. So they came, did a consultation, and they back to square one. If not, they're below. They're below. They're minus 10, and it's like, you know, uh, being in this industry is interesting because you'll get people who say one thing and they'll do totally the opposite of what they say. And so for somebody like me, I'm very protective of my energy, but I also see you. And the bottom line is that I think a lot of time people move in a sense of deception, like they think that people don't see them, but we see you, and we also see the plan. And a lot of times people are deceiving themselves, you know. So the point, the point that I'm trying to make with Liz is that being in the industry of wellness, you're not really fooling anybody but yourself. And that's all I'm going to say. If you are going to do this from the heart. Do this because you really want a lifestyle change, not a diet. Diets don't work. So even with Liz, when I was working with the client, the reason why I took her back is because she had a foundation with me. And also, as she proceeded, her mentality changed. She understood the words that was coming out my mouth. She started to live it. She started to let go of things and started to evolve. And a lot of you guys don't give yourself enough time to grasp the concept of evolution, of change. You want instant gratification. You want it at a certain time when you want it, and you're not ready for it. You can't handle it. And if it was given to you, you would lose your mind. You're not ready. It's already waiting for you. But you have to work on you to get there, because if given to you, you will destroy yourself. You're not ready for that. So work on you. And a lot of you guys can't even keep your word to yourself. If you say you're going to do something and this is going to be a lifestyle, you dip every time you hang out with Diane. Now you're eating what Diane is eating. You said you wasn't going to drink alcohol anymore, that you was cleaning. Now you fall back to having a glass of wine and you'll say, "Hey, well, you know, I'm cleaning up. I'm not drinking alcohol anymore." And you don't even consider wine to be alcohol. Wine is alcohol. Beer is alcohol. You shouldn't be drinking any alcohol. I've been clean 17 years, clean. 17 years. Not beer, not wine. I got rid of it all. That's what putting the work in. To thyself be true. If you can't hold your word to yourself, then why would anybody want to be with you? Why would anybody want to really trust you? You know? So, short, to make a long story short, do the work. Trust the process and get out of your ego. Because it's not about your feelings. It's really not. You know, it's not about your feelings. It's about the work that has to be done to be part of the solution for humanity. It's not about you. It's a bigger picture. And I got to say, as somebody who stayed the course and is working, and still a work in progress, my glory is helping children. It's helping young people come to me and say, "You know what, Delilah, I respect you. I need somebody like you in my life. I need an elder to assist me. I'm an older woman," and everybody's looking, especially children, are looking for guidance. And what we're getting is a bunch of people confusing children, and they need help. They need help. And the reason why I do what I do is bigger than me. I'm just a part of the puzzle to get to that place. And I will meet people on this journey and pass the baton on to them so we can evolve as a species. But constantly playing the blame game and feeling guilty, don't feel guilty. Just do the right thing. Just do it. Just do it. Just say to yourself, hey, I wanna make this my lifestyle. Then be around people that's gonna support you. As you evolve, you're gonna have to let people go, including family members. Not everybody is for you. So I'm just saying, do the right thing. And if you're gonna do it. If not, just get out of the way. Get out of the way so the people that really want to help humanity and really help as this evolve the species for the next generation. Just the best thing that if you can't help yourself, then just get out of the way so other people could do the work because obviously you're not there. So the best thing to do if you can't do anything for you, the best thing that you could do is just get out the way. Let the work be done. And I respect that. I respect that. If you say, "Hey, I can't even do this for me. I'm just I can't keep my word to myself. I'm not in a good place." Then just move out of the way. Just move. I gotta tell you, I was looking at this story in Philly, and they had these junkies, and I think in San Francisco too. People are turning to drugs, right? They got these junkies now. They got like whole communities. It's like when with the they have these bunch of people who are junkies in Philly by the bus stop, and they got some of them in San Francisco, and I think California has a high homeless population where a lot of people are starting to become junkies. And I gotta tell you, and this is gonna sound harsh, but I'm gonna say it, out of love. It's easy to be a junkie. It's so easy to throw in the towel and say, oh, life is so hard. I'm just going to start being a junkie. I'm going to start taking drugs. You want to check out. And that's easy. Anybody, I could honestly tell you the hardest thing in the world is doing what I'm doing right now, or doing what you should be doing right now, is being part of the solution. There's so many people who have given up on themselves. There's so many. If you look in California, there's a high homeless population. People are homeless now. Then you got these people in Philly that are junkies. They're taking that drug. I don't even know the drugs that everybody's taking. I don't even entertain that type of vibration in my cipher. But we got so many people that have thrown in the towel and given up on life, and they just find life is just too hard. Now this is black, white, gay, straight, transvestite. It don't matter because being a junkie don't discriminate. So you can run around and say and label yourself what it is, but being a junkie, there's no discrimination. Rich people, poor people, black people, white people, Asian people, everybody. A lot of people are just checking out. I personally am not. And I'm going to stand my ground, and I'm going to stand on this platform. And for those people, many are called, but the chosen a few. This platform is for anybody who's a scrapper, a fighter, who see the impossible and making the impossible possible and believe in themselves and is going to fight for their life and is going to fight for the cause. I'm a fighter, and I'm going to fight as long as I stand in this breath in this body. I'm never going to give up on me, nor will I give up on you. You'll give up on you before I give up on you. So I'm definitely somebody who consumes raw lifestyle, but this is for anybody who wants to be around people who want to live. You see, no judgment here. There will be times that I'm going to do a little recipe or I'm going to do a juice. No discrimination. You may say, hey, I eat meat, but I want to hang with Delilah because I want to get some of these juice recipes. Or I want to get Delilah 7-day raw vegan challenge book. Yeah, I eat meat, but you know what? I want to do 80-20. No discrimination. We're not labeling. I'm so sick and tired of labels. Woo! We got labels on top of labels, and everybody's getting more and more confused. It's not bringing us together, it's separating us. Now we got separation with food, we got separation, we got cis this, we got cis that, we got this, that, and the other. And it's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not doing us a service. It's just separating us more and more. I personally am not going to buy into it. So this channel is about the love. This channel is about people who want to share information. This channel is about people who want to break the doors of the paradigm. They want to live. They want higher, as far as mindset, want to go into a higher thinking. So we're no time for people who are want to be a junkie and give up on life and talk about, oh, it's so difficult for me. Oh, I'm a woman, I'm black, I'm a woman, I'm white. They didn't hire me, and oh, woe is me, I'm transvestite. They're so hard on me, and oh, I'm gay, and oh, I'm bisexual. Oh my God, my stories. You know, yeah, everybody's. And I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody's got a problem. Everybody's got problems. You don't have carte blanche on problems. Everybody. I know you see rich people say, and I've dealt with rich people. They have problems too. They got problems too. Poor people, yeah. Poor people, black people got problems, white people got problems, women got problems, gay people, everybody's got problems. So now that we know that, let's jump into solutions. Let's stop being in our feelings. Let's get to solutions. Okay, you got problems. Let's see how we can fix that. Let's see how we could deal with that. But I'm not about, I'm not about dwelling on problems. You see what I'm saying? I'm not. That's why, and nobody wants to be around people like that. People want to be around winners. They want to be around people who are about solutions. They're not a people, and I can tell you myself, I don't like to be around people who are always complaining about life. Get a life. So eating healthy food is the basis of this channel, but it's not just about the food that you put in your mouth. It's the thoughts, food for thoughts. It's about having these feelings where you want to get out of old stinking thinking. It's a paradigm shift with your food, your thoughts, and your body. That's it. And that's what my channel is about. I'm not going to come on here and talk about, and how many times are you going to talk about, oh, I'm going 30 days raw and here's what I eat in a day, or I mean, come on. Those, to me, it's like beating a something in the mouth. It's the same. And I look on YouTube and I see the same people having the same conversations. It got 50,000 videos of that. I mean, come on. I mean, let's talk about the human experience. Let's uplift each other with food conversations. Because a lot of times people are sitting at home alone. They don't have anybody to talk to or have these conversations. They're feeling like they're crazy. Am I crazy for thinking this? No, you're not. You're not crazy for thinking it. You're not. I used to be that person thinking, maybe, I really want friends, and I'm just gonna, appease everybody else at the expense of me. I'm not gonna say anything because my thoughts are not like everybody. I for a long time hid my truth. I kept wanting to have people like me, even with drinking and smoking weed. I did it because everybody else was doing it. I didn't know anybody that wasn't doing that. It was cool to do that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasted a lot of time with losers. Because now those people that are doing it have cirrhosis of the liver. They've got several divorces. They're on the stroll. They're not happy. Their health is questionable. I have two friends that passed away, that died of alcohol consumption, in several relationships, sleeping with anybody, casually interacting with people. And I'm celibate. I'm celibate. I highly, highly value celibacy. Yeah, I do. I've been celibate for over 10 years. So mentally, physically, and spiritually, I'm evolving. And this is for channels for people who want to eat, have healthy conversations, and who just want to evolve. And that's it. That's it. That's all it is. Because I'm not going to separate the food from food for thought. Because food is thought. What you put in your body helps with the neurotransmitters in the brain. And a lot of times when people are eating food that's processed, they can't think properly because their neurotransmitters in the brain are not firing up. So people have these same conversations. They're not going anywhere. They're not evolving. The world is changing. The world is changing. So if you're one of those people that's like a dinosaur, you're doing this, you exercise. I exercise. I flip my exercise. So I'm doing more mobility, stability. I'm doing animal flow. And a lot of people, a lot of my clients are like saying to me, hey, Delilah, your style of working out is amazing because my rotator cuffs are working again. I used to have lower back problem. I even flipped it with my workouts. The whole thing, eating, the conversations, and movement practice, and people that I'm around. And I'm not afraid of being by myself. I'm not afraid of not having anybody, even if there's nobody on this channel, that's okay. If one person is on this channel, That's okay. I'm not here to win a popularity contest. If you like me, okay. If you don't, okay. I'm not here to please. I'm here to share information for somebody who wants to hear it, grab it and go. Grab and go. So that's what it's about. I'm gonna come over here and read some of your questions, and then I gotta be out. Ah, how everybody doing this Sunday? It's Keep It Real with your girl from Brooklyn. Shout out to the hood and all my people from the hood. What's up? All right, what's up? Deborah is in the house. Hey, Deborah. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Is keep it real with Delilah Fitness from the hood. And a lot of times people be thinking, "Oh, I have a bachelor's of fine arts from Pratt Institute. I have a degree, but I'm choosing to speak like this because it's my native tongue. Is what you guys would call ebonics, and I'm gonna keep it that way. It's all real because I grew up speaking like this. I'm not gonna try to be something that I'm not. So if you guys are not comfortable with me talking like this, uh, there's a bus stop. There's another channel that you could go to and you can play those games, but you're not gonna play those games here. You're not gonna play those games here. Not with your girl Delilah. Hey, what's up? I just had to stick to the plan. Yeah, boo, you got it, Nene. You gotta stick to the plan. And I'm gonna just say it. You ready? This is keep real. A lot of you guys are lazy. I'm gonna just say it straight out. A lot of you guys are lazy and you have a tendency to be complacent. And that's understandable because nobody ever taught you how to get out and handle the business. And you make excuses for everything. And we live in a world where it's not like it used to be. Like even kids, the kids are soft nowadays. But I was growing up, you know how many times I got punched in the face and put in a chokehold and beat up by other kids? And my mom just said, she took me to Taekwondo and I took martial arts and I ended up whooping their behind. Nowadays, the kids are not as resilient as we used to be. All I can say is that woman up and man up. If you know you want it, then go for it and stop making excuses. Because listen, I can make a million and one excuses that I'm a black woman. I could say, oh, nobody wants to hire me because I'm black. Or I could say, oh, I'm a woman, they didn't hire me. But that's not true. It's your state of mind. I'm a winner. And I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody wants to be with a winner. That's who I am. Whether black, white, whatever, you see me and you're here because you want something from me and I feed your soul. So and you want something. I inspire you. You know what I mean? You're seeing past my physical. It's something, a fire in me, and you want to be a part of that fire. And I'm giving it to you. But at the same token, use it. Use it. Take it and run with it. Don't keep coming back to this place because a lot of you guys keep coming back to learn the same lesson. If not with me, with somebody else. You keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. And as Einstein said, that's insanity. And it's no matter where you go, whether you're on my channel or with somebody else, you still gonna have to do the work. You're not exempt from doing the work. So you keep running, 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 and you running from yourself, only to run back into what you was running from. So if you learn how to stop running, face your demons, say, okay, you know what? Whether you were, whatever happened to you in your past, because I got to tell you, I deal with a lot of people who were sexually molested. I deal with a lot of people, and there's a lot of people, men and women, that was traumatized as a child, and it's affecting how they interact with other people. So we got a lot of people who were broken and they haven't fixed themselves or they haven't went to therapy, so they think they can fix themselves and they end up pouring toxicity on other people. And a lot of these people who are damaged get in relationships with people expecting somebody to fix them. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not a therapist, but I damn sure am not going to be in relationship with somebody who's not putting in the work for them. For them. And a lot of women do that. A lot of women will take a man and say, oh, well, baby, I fix you, baby, I fix you. And then he move on to the next chick after you, the jump off chick. He'll get somebody else after you poured into him. He'd be, and women too. Women do the same thing. They'll get some guy, they'll get the bag. Get the bag. And they'll get this jump off guy they're not really into, but he got benefits. You know how they do it. And then they'll do the manipulation thing and then jump off and get somebody else. So you don't want to be that jump off. I'm 57. I'm celibate, thank God. There's no jump off, nothing here. I'm just keeping it real with you. And if you're my age and you're still out in that game playing those silly games, for somebody to love you and you can't love yourself, that's why you're in the situation you're in, because you're looking for somebody to love you and you don't even love you. So love yourself first and take care of your health. Now that's a no-brainer. Now, I love myself so much that I go to the gym, I do my meditation, I embrace my gray hair, and I speak my truth. I'm not looking for validation. Like I said, I'm not here to win a popularity contest. It's not about that. I'm too old for that. To be, oh, do you like me? You like me? You want to be my friend? Listen, I've been alone for so long that I'm I'm my best friend. I'm my best friend. I'm not in that place of space of external validation. And I gotta say, at 50 something, if you're in a place where you're still looking for people to like you and you don't like you, that's a problem. That's a problem. So whatever you eat is going to manifest, and it's going to show how you feel about yourself. Because somebody that care about themselves, for me, if I go to the store, right, and I'm like, you know what, I'm hungry, and there's a bunch of stuff in the store, but it's a bananas and apples. I'll have the bananas and apples because I want life in this body. I want foods that have enzymes that can heal my body. And the store, 99.9% of the store has processed food. I won't eat any of it. I'll just drink water until I get home. Some days I just fast. I won't eat anything until I get home because I love myself too much that I don't want that poison in my body. But a lot of you guys get weak. You start to say, "Oh, I'm starving." Now I'm going to tell you the truth as a trainer. Some of you guys could fast for like a month or two. That's how much adipose tissue you got. There's nobody in America starving to death. A lot of you guys are overweight. You could stand to lose some of that adipose tissue and not eat for a day or two. You see what I'm saying? But you'll hear somebody say, "Oh my God, I'm starving." Baby, you are not starving. Maybe your sugar level went down because you have your body used to eating at a certain time and eating certain things, and you eat a lot of processed food, and it's addictive. It's addictive. But you're not starving to death, baby. You're not. It's a figment of your imagination, and it's those stories that's holding you hostage from being your better self. You break down and you submit to your ego. Oh, like you got this one here talking and this one here talking. You're starving. Yes, you're starving. You didn't eat in an hour. And some of you guys in an hour. And eating is a sport. Bag of chips, mindless. You're eating and you don't even know you're eating. You scarf down a bag of chips watching a movie. Wasn't even hungry, but the whole bag of chips is gone. And then you wonder why you unhealthy. You got diabetes. You got diabetes because you are not present. You are not present. Everything you do, you're mindless. You're checking out. You're constantly, anytime things get uncomfortable for you, you start eating your emotions. You can't even stand and face your demons. No, I'm just uncomfortable. I got to eat something. I don't want to be here. So you just, you check out. See, that's the difference between me is that I'm okay with being uncomfortable. I'm okay with people not liking me. I could care less. And I'm okay with being uncomfortable in a situation where I have to deal with my demons. I'll sit with myself and fast. Yeah. Hey, Delilah, this is Nini. Hey, Delilah, what is the best exercise to do in the beginning for women with back and knee issues? Oh, I'm glad you asked that, Nini. I am a fitness trainer, and I'm going to tell you that, Nini, you deserve my undivided attention. It's so many exercises that I could give you that you should sit down with me and set up a consultation and let me pour into you because this is not the forum for that. If you need the help, just text me the word coach and I'll send you my link so I can give you my undivided attention. Another thing that people do, and I love you for that, Nini. Thank you for that. Is that a lot of you guys need my help, right? So you need to value yourself and set up an appointment with me. Because on a forum like this, Nini, I can't pour into you the way I want to pour into you. I can't give you the 30 years of information. I can't give you that on YouTube right now because we're gonna be here for hours. So instead of that, invest in yourself. Put yourself first. And that's the one thing that rich people do that poor people don't do. Poor people don't invest in themselves. They don't say to themselves, hey, you know what? I want to hire Delilah. She has a body of information that I'm ready for. And I'm ready because I know Delilah has been in the industry for 30 years. She could give me the direct approach to what I need instead of me going out on my own and being cheap and doing this and going through trial and error. See, I cut through the chase for you because I've been in the industry for 30 years. So you're going to get me as far as dealing with your situation. I do a custom made meal plan and a customized exercise plan. So Nini, if you're serious about your health, hit me up so I can work with you and give you what you deserve. Okay? Thank you so much for that question. I love you, Nini. I'll see you in my office. All right. Any more questions before I jump off? I know I gave you guys a lot to think about because you ain't used to somebody, a solarized black woman, hitting you in the head like that, right? You guys are like, damn, she gave me a lot to think about. Ooh, I don't like her. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be mad at me because I didn't stroke your ego and make you feel good. I didn't say, oh girl, no, no, no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give you what you need, not what you want. And that's what you're used to. You're used to people sugarcoating the truth. But I'm going to give you exactly what the doctor ordered. And baby, I'm worth it. All right. Any other questions before I jump off, baby? And the bottom line with me is to know me is to love me. But we're going to get through the shenanigans. We're not going to play these games. And I see you. I see you. All right. I'm a woman too. And I see women coming at me a mile away. And I also see men. So I see you. I've been in this industry longer than a lot of you guys been on this planet. So come with humility. Come with ready for me to pour into you, to educate you. But if your cup is full when you got a mouth on you and you think you know everything and you come in to battle me, you're not going to get anything. You might as well just stay with yourself until you're ready to submit. And that arguing, and because if you knew everything, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in right now. Obviously, you have a blind spot and you need help. But pride cometh before the fall, because a lot of you guys have so much pride, you think you know everything. And in the next 5 years, and let me ask you a question. So, where do you see yourself, Nini, in the next 5 years if you don't deal with yourself? And I'm talking to you too, James, and a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys have been trying to fix this and put a band-aid and suppress it, but you're not dealing with the root. You're only dealing with the surface, the superficial stuff. And until you deal with the root of the situation, you're always going to be putting up, you're going to always have a box of band-aids, putting band-aids on things because you're not dealing with the real issue is the why. See, that's where when you come to me, we deal with the real issue. We deal with the root. We don't deal with putting a band-aid on and then, because that's what doctors do. They suppress it. They deal with the symptoms. They don't deal with the cause. I'm dealing with the cause why you're like this. So if for anybody that's ready to take a leap of faith and want to invest in themselves, then hit me up. For those of you who are still playing games with your life and maybe one day, maybe in this lifetime or maybe in your next lifetime, you'll get it right. But this is for people, and I'm for people who want change, not for people who want to play games with their life. This is real. We don't have time to be playing games. I don't like to play games. I'm a sharpshooter. Bing. I'm a sharpshooter, baby. I'm a sharpshooter. And I don't mince my words. I don't mince my words. And a lot of you guys are not used to people like me, especially a black woman, not mincing her words. I don't mince my words. I'm as direct as they get. What you see is what you get, and you ain't seen nothing yet. All right, guys, I think I've given you guys enough. Enjoy this. It's a gift. You're in the present moment. Have it a lovely Sunday. Yes, and enjoy it. It's gorgeous outside. Get some vitamin D. Until next time, guys, peace. I'll see you next Sunday. So every Sunday, let's do this. Thanks. And also hit me up on DelilahFitness.com. Or on this, just put in the word coach and I'll send you my link and we'll get busy. All right? Mwah. All right. Ciao, Bella. Peace.